Hamilton of Audible Elegance of Cincinnati, Ohio. We are located on Montgomery Road, a couple doors north of the original Montgomery Inn. Please do subscribe to the channel or visit our website for used or new gear, make purchases, because all of that helps me continue with this channel and drives everything forward. We do work on Facebook, Instagram, and X. I also do a monthly blog, but as of late I have had a couple comments from really insightful or brilliant people that I've taken the time to simply put it on the blog and let you enjoy that as well. As you may recall, a few years ago, we resigned from Naim Audio as a dealer, being the second oldest in the country. And prior to that, the other sister brand to them was Focal. And we left them because we did not like to see the direction that they were going at all. We did not care for the ways that they were handling business. It was not only disruptive to us, but in certain ways making us even buying product and trying to resell it unprofitable. And a business can't survive like that. But it's now the Paul Harvey moment for the Naim Focal Group. And that's because Barco purchased Naim Focal from the Alpha Private Equity Group. The company they had for the Naim Focal was called Vervent. And the reason I want to get into this is that what I was seeing was not new. Many years ago, when we were a B&W, Rotel, and Class A dealer, the company at that point was known as Equity and nothing to do with an investment group. And Equity was full of some great men, senior though, and they simply wanted to retire, move on. So they proceeded to try to expand their sales massive by being unselective about dealers, trying to ramp up the numbers. As I did corporate takeovers, it's kind of like dressing the pig, making it look fatter than it really is. And in their case, unfortunately, the economy went sour. So at that time that they were trying to ramp up the numbers and sell off the company for a premium. So things worked out a little differently for them. But as we see the investment by equity, equity type groups like Alpha Private Equity, they've already done like 150 deals in Europe, going after mid-sized companies and seeing to the expansion of those companies. But one of the tricky little terms that they use is, as they said, is they introduced new immersive retail concepts, which is kind of short for just hosing the product wherever they could at margins that were really beneficial. I wasn't wrong in what I was seeing. It just took a little time for it to appear. And it did, it unfolded. Now, as an interesting footnote, when projectors used CRTs, three-gun projectors, we were in fact one of the few dealers for Barco in the United States. And Barco is based in the Netherlands, and my experience with at least the projector division here in the States was professional. Now that was, some 30 years ago. What they are like today, I'm not sure. What the implications are as far as distribution and how things are going to be handled stateside, I really don't know. Right now, I'm sure that they're basically taking stock of what they have and looking at it, and they may continue to run with it or they may change the direction. It's impossible to say. It's very early on. But there's no question that the Vervent Group managed to expand Naim sales by a factor of almost 3. And a lot of it had to do with the lifestyle tabletop units, which were manufactured in China. How much of it was for the rest of the line, I don't know. But they successfully got the numbers up, and I'm sure they got a premium for the value of the company. So I just wanted to go back and cover, that what I was seeing was not unfamiliar to me, and it was painful to see compared to what things had been under Julian Veriker. I have no predictions as to what's going to happen, but I think it's important to understand that when equity groups get a hold of companies, their prime goal is maximum profit, or to take the assets of the company and find the most lucrative way of disposing of them. Sometimes it's like inverted leases where they lease back the companies to themselves at absorbent rates, so they make a great income while the company that actually has to pay those leases bleeds to death. So there's all sorts of tricks to this, and having been in the, having done two of the world's largest takeovers in the day that I did them, this is not unfamiliar behavior, and except who the players were at the point. So there we are. That's the new path for Naim Focal. I don't see us going back to that. We're very happy with the product lines we now have, and we'll just continue to move forward. Thank you.